Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Carl.
And I'm Victor. Here are this week's stories.
One of the top commanders in Hamas group, Marwan Issa, or Hamas number 3, whose national security leaders claim is for the defense minister for Hamas and one of the masterminds behind the October 7th attack, which kick-started the war between Hamas and Israel. In addition to his death, there is a large famine in Gaza due to the supply routes being cut off and medical aid, along with water and food, not being able to get through to the people in Gaza. The chief of the World Health Organization said that in a statement that there is a huge risk of children dying, causing the end of several generations.
House passes 1.2 trillion spending package hours before shutdown deadline, and it will be sent to the Senate. They are going to use this for many things. Democrats wanted the aid to help fund child care education programs, medical research, and mental health care. Republicans highlighted funds for border patrol agents and detention beds, while also banning aid towards United Nations relief and work agencies to help the refugees from Palestine.
Federal Appeals Court has blocked controversial Texas law known as Senate Bill 4. Hours after the U.S. Supreme Court allowed it to go in effect, the law allowed the state of Texas to arrest or deport migrants that were illegally crossing the Mexican border. The law stopped short due to ruling on the law's constitutionality, which the Biden administration has been challenging because it's interfering with the federal immigration laws.
The Israeli military said that a missile launched by the Houthi group in Yemen hit an area of the southern side of the city, Eliite. This action has shown to Israel that Houthis are not the only group that can launch missiles that go as far to hit Israel. Houthi rebels have been launching missiles and drone strikes at Israel since the beginning of the war between Israel and Hamas. The U.S. and other countries have helped to intercept some of these attacks, but several are still going and striking Israel and the areas around several cities.
It was announced on March 20th that the Irish Prime Minister, Leo Varadkar, would be resigning. Varadkar in 2017 assumed the office of Prime Minister. He made history as the youngest, first openly gay, and the first person from an ethnic minority background to lead Ireland. Varadkar recounted what he has seen as high points in his time in office. During the coronavirus pandemic, he improved unemployment and budget shortfalls. He said he would resign as the Prime Minister as soon as my successor can take up that office, and that he was resigning as leader of the Fine Gael party, effective immediately. We'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome back to the ACC Student News, the news students can use. Here's some more stories. Happiness is tracked within the countries around the world, with the U.S. dropping out of the top 20 happiest nations for the first time, falling to 23rd from 15th. The well-being of the young adults under the age of 30 is drastically decreasing, with some factors being the economic inequality of generations, which could cause the low levels of happiness in the youth. With this year in Finland being the top of the list in happiness, followed by Denmark and Iceland and Sweden.
Haitians rushed to buy food and basic supplies as they emerged from their homes during a rare respite from gang violence. The gunfire began in the afternoon hours in downtown Haiti, with attacks happening the 29th of February. The gangs have targeted police stations and international airport and two of the biggest prisons, releasing more than 4,000 inmates. Dozens of people have been killed and 17,000 have been left homeless as the gangs continue to raid neighborhoods.
College students are now waiting even longer for their financial aid as the FAFSA has been delayed yet again. The delay has been pushed back the FAFSA out to around April or even May at the latest. One of the main reasons for this delay is a $1.8 billion mistake that could have hurt low-income students if not fixed immediately. However, this delay has caused a lot of low-income students to heavily reconsider even enrolling in college, as uncertainty of how much student aid they'll receive and if they'll get it in time invokes fear into the new students.
Despite the outcry from parents, the school board has renewed the vote for substitute teacher service with Kelly Education. Trustees of the board, Carolina King and Kelly Spencer, have been very critical of the lack of saving money and how they have supposedly provided unsatisfactory work in the classrooms. However, Superintendent Scott Miller stated that the administration feels that Kelly Education has helped fill in the absences, which have been increasing. King is persistent in directing Scott Miller to end the contract, which is ending in June.
Iceland has experienced its most powerful volcano eruption since December of last year on the Riejanes Peninsula. The eruption caused many molten rocks to soar from 3-kilometer-long fissures and lava to travel just a few hundred meters from Grindavik. Because of the eruption, it is putting the region's main water pipe to be at risk. Now they are putting man-made barriers to help slow down the direction of the lava and the sea. But the gas levels are getting so high and toxic to breathe in that it has reached the UK.
A new discovery of a 200-million-year-old crocodile, known as the eagle lizard, was announced by the University of Texas. After 30 years of being hidden away, the fossil was found in Cooper Canyon Formation in the Garza County, Texas. These crocodiles were also known to walk the earth before the age of dinosaurs, and this was the last one discovered since going extinct 200 million years ago.
Indiana governor just signed legislation this week that will ban cell phones in classrooms. It will take effect next year, and lawmakers who crafted it to aim boost student engagement and cut down directions during instructional time in school. Each school district will need to adopt policies banning communication devices, which includes iPhones, tablets, laptops, and gaming systems. According to this law, students can use their device if their teacher allows it for educational purposes, or if use of the device is included in their individualized education program.
That's all we have for this week. I'm Carl.
And I'm Victor. Make sure to check out the rest of our videos on YouTube.
And follow us at ACC TV Hammond.